How's it going, guys? Liam here from Altsignals. Today we're going to be discussing Binance Futures and also Binance Spot and highlighting the differences between the two and why you would use one over the other as well. So as always, if you could give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it.
Altsignals.io.
Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the differences between spot and futures trading and essentially kind of give you a rundown of what each particular option does and why you would use one over the other. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we are on the spot market. So essentially what you would do is you come to trade here at the top. Once you're signed in, you've got two options. You can click classic or you can click advanced. Essentially you just get a simple way to use it on classic or a more advanced version with the tool, all the tools that are available on Binance through this option. So currently we're on the advanced option. Now this is how it will look. There's not really much difference between the spot and the futures user interface. However, there's a few things that we can kind of go through. So you've still got your times across the top here, 15, 1 hour, and you can obviously change that and pick your different ones. You still have options here available for buy and sell. And as you can see, we've got a chart that gives you an overview of what's going on in the market. You can have the original chart. You can change it to trading view chart. So now this is representing pulling the data from trading view, as you can see here. So the best explanation we can give you for spot is essentially that if you buy a coin, let's say at 40,000, and we bought one Bitcoin at 40,000, that is yours. That is your coin to do with as you want. So you could maybe buy other coins with Bitcoin, so it gives you more options available to buy coins you believe that are going to go up in price, or maybe you just want to hold Bitcoin because you see it as a good store of value and you think it's going to rise over time. So you buy a Bitcoin for 40,000 and let's say next year it's worth 80,000. So essentially you would have doubled your money and now that Bitcoin is worth $80,000, let's say. On the other hand, you buy a coin for $40,000 and next year it's now $20,000. You've essentially still hold the same amount of Bitcoin. You still hold one Bitcoin, but the value of that Bitcoin is halved. So now it's only worth 20,000. So you run the risk essentially of being in a position where the coin could drop massively in value and you're now holding a coin and lost 20,000 potentially. However, you're always still in that place where that could eventually go to 100,000. So it may drop 20,000 in a year's time, but then it might gain 80,000 in a couple of years' time. So your overall value of 40,000, now you've made 60,000. So that's the very straightforward process of how Binance Spot works. And essentially it is as straightforward as the price of what it is, how much you want to buy, what the total is going to be, and then you can click buy. That Bitcoin will now go to your wallet and you'll see that in your spot wallet and it'll show the value of that in USDT. It's a very straightforward process with spot. Now let's look at Binance Futures. So as you can see here, pretty much very straightforward. You have a few different features here. So the benefits for futures are as follows. Essentially, you can win both ways. So if you think a coin is going to go up, you can buy that coin to go long. Now you don't own that coin, you hold contracts of that coin. So essentially what you're saying is, I believe the price of this coin is going to go up over X amount of time, so I'm going to buy long. So then you hold those contracts based on whatever price you think the coin's going to go up to. So let's say we're at 2,500 on Ethereum right now, and I think the coin's going to go up to 3,000 by the next week. So what I'm able to do is essentially buy the contracts at the price it is now and hold those contracts to the 3,000 mark, and I would get the difference between the 2,500 to 3,000 depending on how many contracts I have. So let's say I have 10 contracts or I hold 10 Ethereum and it goes up by $500, I would essentially make $5,000. So for every contract I get $500 because of the actual move in price, and that's the same for going downwards. So let's say we buy or we sell to go short, so it's $2,500 in price and we believe that it's going to go down to 2,000. So what you're saying is essentially sell the contracts at this price now, 2,500, and once it hits 2,000 you could take the difference, and then essentially what you're saying is you saved $500 based on the fact that it has gone down. So you've essentially saved money being lost in the opposite direction. Now this is good because essentially if you do hold Bitcoin and you like to hold Bitcoin, but you do believe it's going to go down and it's already started going down, there's no reason why you couldn't take some of that and essentially bet against it. So you're hedging your bets essentially. So if you hold one Bitcoin but it's going to go down by 10,000, and you could take that and you could essentially use it in the futures market to short up from 40,000 down to 30,000, and now you're in a position where you've earned money on the price of Bitcoin going down, and then you can use that money to then buy Bitcoin at 30,000 with the profit that you have made based on the fact that you sold short on the coin going down as well. So now you are holding more than just one Bitcoin because you sold it at 40,000, let's say, and then you've gone in and basically put that money into it going down. So now you have profit, and that profit plus the initial sell price that you got for that coin, you can now buy Bitcoin at 30,000 and some more because of the fact that you've been able to gain a profit from that as well. So that's the benefit with futures, is you can make money both ways, up and down. So there's no kind of worry of ever kind of worrying at night that the coin is worth less than it was yesterday. However, there's still other things that we have to look out for. So in futures, for instance, you could have what's called liquidation prices. So you might bet on a coin going one way, it goes the opposite way, and based on the leverage that you've used, because that's another thing as well. So you can do this without leverage. However, you could essentially say you start with $1,000, you can 10x leverage your account, and what that allows you to do is essentially now you can trade with $10,000, which allows you to get more contracts without having to put the initial investment in. However, that in turn will give you a liquidation price, and if that liquidation price is hit, whatever money that you've put up for that trade, you will lose. So if you stick $1,000 on a trade, it's all you have, and you've 10x leveraged it, it'll give you a liquidation price, and if that price is hit, you lose all your money. So there are obviously a lot of risk. There's more risk with trading futures because you can go higher than 10x, and the higher you go, the smaller the space between the price of what you got it at and the liquidation price starts to get smaller, which means that it's easier to get liquidated essentially. So why would you pick spot over futures and vice versa? So if you're just someone who is interested in crypto, you're only just getting into crypto, and you essentially want to just kind of put some money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, these coins that seem to be legit, and you feel confident in that over time that those coins are going to rise in price, then spot's perfect. It essentially allows you to kind of buy those coins, hold them in your wallet, and sell them when the price hits where you want, and it's a great investment asset. On the other hand, if you're someone who's wanting to make money from crypto from the short and long term, and you've got the time and patience to learn how to trade and investigate coins and look at tokenomics and look at fundamental analysis and technical analysis and really delve deep into the overall crypto space to see what coins do, what blockchain is, what DeFi is, what's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's a smart contract, what's a proof of stake, proof of work. You're really going to delve deep into all these different areas to start to get an understanding of what a value of a coin is and how a value of a coin is preceded. Then I would definitely look at futures, especially as well if you are wanting to hold spot, but then again hedge your bets where you sell short on Bitcoin so you can buy more Bitcoin with the profit that you've made. Perfect. That's the difference, I would say. So for beginners who are just looking to kind of get into the market, spot is perfect for you. Like I said, it allows you to kind of build up your wealth over time and hold those coins, and at any given time you can sell that coin straight away, and then change that into fiat money as well. And like I said, you're holding something of value. So you essentially hold one Bitcoin, as opposed to it being where when you're trading on the futures market, you hold no value at all. It's all contracts that are traded back and forth. And again, you essentially only make money if it goes in the direction that you're betting on, in terms of price. So The one thing as well with the market as well, it's highly liquid, meaning that there is more transactions that go through the futures, Binance Futures, than there is on Binance Spot, and that's primarily because there's a lot more people that trade on the idea of a coin going up or down, because they can see the fact that they could make $500 to $1,000 on one trade, whereas they might have to wait a couple of weeks for a coin to bring that price to them, as well as it being risky on that you can't really do anything with it other than sell it at the price it is, hoping it's going to go down, then buy it cheaper, and then obviously have the remaining profit that you had to invest in that as well to kind of build up your coins that way. So there's a lot more liquidity in the Binance Futures trading pool, and again, it's because there's always someone there for your orders. So as soon as you put a price on what you want to sell it for within the price it is, so like 2,589 right now, you could sell your coin and it will be bought up instantly. There's no slippage, there's no worry of knowing that coin going from 2,589 to 2,500 before it's purchased. It's pretty much instant. The liquidity is a good thing in terms of if you are looking to start trading, and that's how we would see it. So yeah, there are the differences between Binance Futures and Binance Spot. So if you are looking at trading and really getting into this, then futures is a great place to earn some really good money, but it's also highly more riskier than just buying spot and holding the coins from an investment purpose as well. So if you do have any further questions on it and you want to know more information on it, reach out to us on Telegram. Ask us any questions you want, leave us comments in the description below as well. We're happy to answer those. And you can also visit the Altsignals.io website, where we offer Binance signals and an indicator that allows you to trade based on buy and sell signals as well for Binance Futures. So go to Altsignals.io and you can find all the information out there. And as always guys, if you could give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.